into today's video, which will basically just be like speed reviews, a roundup of so many different items. So basically I've tried so many different makeup products in the last 2 months. I got a bunch of new things during the Sephora sale. Ulta was having so many promotions as they usually do, so I kind of just went crazy. I picked up a bunch of new things and I was like, I can't even do November hits and misses. It's just like too many things. So let me just do this quickly. Speed reviews. Let's get right to it. First up, I want to talk about these L'Oreal, not really sure, beauty patches, acne patches. I want to speak about this first because in my October hits and misses, I said that I would update you all on whether these are better than the Mighty Patch. And yes, they are way better. They're just like way more sticky, and I feel like you don't have to leave them on as long for you to get results. I feel like with the Mighty Patch, you really had to leave it on a long time, like more than 8 hours. With this, like 6 to 8 hours, you're good. I'll put these on when I go to sleep at night and I'll wake up the next morning, and these just work super duper well. So if you're in between the Mighty Patch and these, definitely get these. Next up, I have the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Powders. So I feel like these have been all the rage lately. So I try these out both ways, as a powder foundation and just as setting my makeup. As a powder foundation, I did not like these. They didn't really have great coverage. I had to use a ton of it. It looked powdery on my skin, but as a setting powder, I really like these, especially if you are more oily. These are great for controlling oils. Basically, I'll set this and I won't have to set or touch my face or my oily T-zone at all during the day if I'm using these. So these I've been really loving as setting powders. Another powder I tried out is the Aqua Assurance Compact Foundations. So I feel like these were very popular a year or two ago. I feel like these got like a lot of hype and they were supposed to be very full coverage powder foundations. So I tried these out. I wanted to see if they were as good as my Makeup Forever powder foundations that I love. Didn't really love them. Again, I don't think these are great as powder foundations. I think they're better for setting your face, but to be honest, they're not as good as the CoverGirl powders. So these, not really loving them. Next up, more powders. Yes, I did try a lot of powders in the last few months. So next up is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation in a powder. So their original Fresh Wear liquid foundation is one of my holy grail foundations from the drugstore. So when I saw that they were coming out with this, I was like, yes, I need this. So this I absolutely love. I may like these equal to the Makeup Forever powder foundations. They are incredible as powder foundations. Very full coverage. They last all day. I wore them with a mask. They really wear nicely under a mask. They don't fade. 10 out of 10 on these. One thing I want to mention is that the shade range is completely horrible. So I have 2 shades here. The first one is Linen, which is this color, which is quite light. And then the other shade I have is Radiant Sand, which is darker. So this is how they look together. So the first shade that I picked up was Linen, and I got it and I was like, wow, this is way too light. They only have 16 shades and this is the 8th darkest shade. So I think that says a lot about how terrible the shade range is. And then I ended up getting the Radiant Sand. I'm not going to return the lighter shade because I do like it for my under eyes. So both of the shades did happen to work out for me. I'm really happy that the Radiant Sand happened to just be like a perfect match. I don't know how I got so lucky. Another thing that these are very heavily fragranced, so just want to give you a warning on that, but I love these. Next up, I have the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I saw so many good reviews about this saying that if you wear this under a mask, it is completely transfer proof, so I got it, and can you tell that I like it? This is just the mini. I picked it up during the Sephora sale and it's almost done. And I just went ahead and picked up the full size. This is a 10 out of 10, amazing. Better than the Urban Decay All Nighter. I absolutely love this. Next up, I have the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Concealer. The Luminous Silk Foundation has been a holy grail for me for so long. So I decided to pick up the concealer also during the Sephora sale. Long story short, I did not like this. It was nice and hydrating, but is one of those concealers, it moves around a lot, it creased very quickly. It's kind of comparable to the Kosas Reveal Concealer if you've used that, but I like the Kosas one way better. So yeah, this one just didn't work for me. Again, it's really pretty, but it just creased too much. Next up is the e.l.f. Retro Paradise Lip Liner. So this actually comes in a set. The set like the plastic I threw out. So I don't have that with me, but these lip liners are amazing. There's 3 more that come with it. The pink one I didn't use. The gloss I honestly did not like. But the first color, which is lighter than this, and the second color, which is a brown, all three of them are gorgeous. I've used them so much already. I've basically been using them every single day. This one, which is the second color, I've literally been using every day, and I'm wearing it on my lips right now. Next up, I have a few foundations to talk about. I have the Huda Beauty Stick Foundation. I did a dedicated video on this. It looked great at first, but throughout the end of the day, it looked completely horrible. Don't really love this. I would probably recommend this if you have like perfect skin and don't have like any acne or dry patches or anything like that. So this is okay, but just not for me. Then I have the Derma Blend Smooth Liquid Camo Foundation. Wow. 10 out of 10 on this. It literally says on the bottle that it's a medium coverage foundation, which is a total lie. This is like probably one of the most full coverage foundations I've ever used. It's like comparable to the Huda Beauty Liquid Foundation. That's how much coverage, which I freaking love. If you know me, I love full coverage. So this is amazing, 10 out of 10, lasts all day. And it's a really nice natural finish. And then I also have the Too Faced Born This Way Matte Foundation. So I have not purchased anything from Too Faced in a very long time on purpose, but I kind of caved in when I saw this. The original Born This Way foundation used to be a holy grail for me, and then it kind of just like made me like super shiny throughout the day. So when I saw that they came out with a matte version, I was like, oh my God, this is perfect. I really hope it's just as good or really better than the original. I absolutely love this. I am really in shock by this. These are somewhat, they're not really that similar. This is really more of a cream, whereas this is definitely more like liquidy. It's a really nice, just soft matte, full coverage. I don't know if it lasts 24 hours. Can't really tell you that. It does say 24 hours on the bottle, but it definitely lasts like a full 12 hours on me. Does not break up, controls all my oils. This I really love as well. So if you're looking for something that's a more natural matte, definitely go for this. If you're looking for more of a natural finish and you're maybe more on the drier side, definitely recommend the Derma Blend. Next up, I have a bunch of Dior Backstage items that I picked up during the Sephora sale. So first up is their Glow Face Palette, and then this is in the rose gold shade. So freaking beautiful. Yes, I did have issues with the shades popping out, but I just got some nail glue and I glued them back down and it was fine. I'm not surprised that I love this. Their highlighters are just incredible. 10 out of 10, absolutely adore this. And then I also have the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow Blush in the pink shade. It's what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. It's not as opaque as the other shade I have. The other shade I have, I think it's like the orangey shade, and I can't remember what it's called. Maybe it's the peach. I'm not sure. That one is much more opaque. This one is not nearly as opaque, but I kind of like it because it's a very intense cool pink. On my cheek, it doesn't look nearly as cool toned. It looks just like what it says. It's a rosy glow, like a rosy pinky, sort of like more natural look on the cheek, and I absolutely love it. And then we have the Dior Backstage Contour Palette. I don't know how I feel about this. I really like this shade. It's a beautiful contour shade with sort of like an olivey undertone, which I love. This powder is too dark for me. This is, okay, so I thought that this, I knew that this was a highlight, but I thought it was like an under eye highlight, but it does have like some shimmer to it, but it's like not intense at all. You can't even compare that highlight to the highlights in this palette. I don't know. And then this is also like a shimmery bronzer, which almost doesn't really show up on my skin either. So I mean, am I really gonna keep this palette for one shade? Probably not, but it's like the powders really are such a good formula. So one side of me wants to keep it because I do love Dior and I love their Backstage collection. But I don't know. I don't know. I need to play around with these two on top, but this is kind of like for me. Next up, I have the liquid blushes from Rare Beauty. So these are both the matte liquid blushes. I have the shade Bliss and the shade Grace. This one came in the mini set with the lip balm. So first of all, the mini set for 15 bucks, 10 out of 10. Not only am I completely obsessed with this blush, but this lip balm is the most gorgeous nude shade, and it actually lasts really long on the lips. Like, I honestly really only got the set for the blush. I didn't really get it for this. I was like, oh, whatever, it comes with like a nude lip balm. Like, how many nude lip balms have I tried? And they're like, This is almost like a lipstick lip balm Hybrid. It is a gorgeous nude color. It's the perfect nude for my skin tone, and it lasts so long. Does it last all day? Definitely not. Is it gonna last when you're eating food? Not really, but it lasts much longer than like a normal tinted lip balm. And then back to the blushes, like I was saying, these are both absolutely gorgeous. The formula is amazing. Since this shade, the shade Bliss, is much lighter, I do have to dot on like 3 to 4 dots. So when I got this shade, I also put on like 2 dots, and oh my God, it was like way too much. So just a heads up with the darker shades, you definitely don't need nearly as much. These are pretty opaque. It's just that because this is much lighter, it wasn't as opaque on me. Sorry, Remy just barked. I'm sure you heard that. Shifting over to some more drugstore products, I have the No. 7 Lift and Illuminate powder. I got this because I heard that it may be a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush powder, which is like my holy grail. This powder is absolutely incredible. Definitely a dupe to the Charlotte Tilbury. Only con to it is that it is fragranced, but oh my God, this is incredible. The last 2 items I have are the e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer. This did not work out for me, unfortunately. It just creased on me really, really bad. It really is brightening and it's nice and thin. But that being said, I feel like this is really a product that you wear underneath another concealer or like a no makeup day. And I did try it on a no makeup day, but it just creases so bad. So I couldn't even use it that way, unfortunately. And then last but not least, I have the Milani Weekend Brow. Oh my God. 10 out of 10. This is incredible. Do not spend your money on the Anastasia version or the Glossier Brow Flick. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is just like one of those eyebrow products that has a brush pen tip, I guess it's called, or a felt tip. Anyways, this is absolutely incredible. You need to just like lightly tap on it and the color comes out. It doesn't bleed or anything like this. This I absolutely love and I am so impressed by it. All right, that is it for today's video. If there are any other items that you want me to review or try out, whether on camera or off, please let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.